Correct.
This meeting is being recorded.
All the things have happened. Yay! Hello, everybody. This is Ryan Lanier. My business is Organizing for Good, and for the past almost 2 years, I have been bringing a nonprofit Shoutout interview to you all once a week, and I have heard from some amazing entities out there doing such incredible work. I had no idea what I was getting into when I started doing this. When quarantine happened, I just started worrying about what was happening to the nonprofits out there. And it was just an amazing connection. And I've just enjoyed it so much. And now with 2022, I've noticed people saying that instead, that's just too creepy. For 2022, we are starting our new season with devoting an entire month to one nonprofit, because they deserve, I won't say they deserve, but I really want to just really dial into all the ways that we can support. And so I'm very excited for January to say we are going to be shouting out Dress for Success Austin. They are the Austin chapter of an international Dress for Success entity. And I'm so excited to welcome Hiba Siddiqui. She's the Dress for Success Austin Program and Administrative Assistant. Welcome.
Hi, guys. Hi, thank you, Ryan. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me and just helping us get the word out about Dress for Success. It really means a lot. So yeah, like I said, or like Ryan said, my name is Hiba Siddiqui, and I'm the Program and Administrative Assistant here at Dress for Success Austin. And just a little bit about our organization. We're a nonprofit organization that was founded in 2003. We have served over 18,000 women in Austin to empower, 18,000 women in 7 counties across Central Texas, and I've worked with over 90 nonprofit partners. And so, yeah, like our mission is just to help empower anyone who identifies as a woman to achieve economic independence and provide a network of support and professional development tools, and to help them thrive in both work and in life. Yeah.
Just that.
Just
that, which, is so important. We've talked, I know, of things I've learned just in studying, is that when you empower a woman, you're actually empowering multiple people, because most women are caring for others. So it's just even more incredible. So when I think of Dress for Success Austin, I think of clothing. So can you dive into the clothing part of what happens with your clients?
Yeah, well, so just so you know, our organization actually goes a lot further than just clothing. So I feel like clothing is just like a small portion of what we do here. But basically what we do is we provide like clothing or image consulting consults. There we go. And so we have clients come in, and usually, before COVID, we would have them come into the boutique and they would meet up with a volunteer, and they would just go together and just see what they would like to wear and what fits them, and just help them feel confident and beautiful and just ready to take on the workforce. Ever since COVID, everything's been virtual. So what we've been doing is just having clients make virtual appointments with volunteers, and they kind of go over like their style choices and what helps them feel more confident. And then we'll put the clothing package together here and then have it ready for them to pick up, or we can drop it off as well.
That is definitely going the extra mile. I mean, I've been on site there, and there are so many resources, and to be able to put all that together and still get it to the clients without even having them come in that's an extra labor of love. I know that it helps a lot.
Yes, definitely. We definitely try to do everything we can.
So the kind of the backstory of Dress for Success Austin, I believe the founder realized that the clothing was a barrier for many women who were trying to get better jobs. and starting what, I think in her church basement, just started collecting clothing, and now becoming an international influence. I love that kind of story. It just shows when people see a need and they just can't walk away and they make it into something incredible. So we started with the clothes. Let's go. I know there are multiple layers. So go into some of the training that you're giving.
Yeah, so we actually offer about 6 active career development programs, just to name a few. So the career and image consulting is just like an hour-long consultation with a volunteer, which is virtual at the moment. We also have a mentorship program that's a 6-week a 6 weeks program that helps like follow a curriculum that helps clients become career ready. We also have like financial education that helps women just like build their finances and like understand like finances in general.
That's huge.
Yeah,
I
and then
need
just
that too.
yeah,
That
don't we
is
all?
really important. Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, we offer a lot of stuff, and then we also have like career workshops, and then um, we also have a professional women's group, which actually helps women retain like networking and just support group that are or support women that are employed.
Mhm, mhm. And I imagine that you partner with other nonprofits and other groups of women in ways.
Yeah. So we actually partner with a lot of women. So we try to meet women exactly where they are. So no matter what's going on in their lives, we always try to reach out to or provide resources, whether it be from us or from community partners.
Um, and what about in the greater Austin area? Are there other associations that come in and provide support, like for the programs?
Yeah. So just to name a few, we have like our junior league partners, and then um, honestly, I probably can't think of any right now at the moment, but yeah, we do. We
No,
definitely do a few.
no worries at all. I mean, the reason I ask, I definitely have noticed in these interviews is that so many of the nonprofits, when they partner together, they're able to impact more. For example, Austin Diaper Bank, they wound up, instead of just individually dealing with families, they went straight up and partnered with the greater services league, and then they were able to divide out a lot more. They could make more impact when we work together. So yes, it's just amazing what we can do when we all pool our resources.
Definitely.
So, you've already mentioned that, so basically the second question I'd like to ask really is just how have you pivoted with the effects of COVID that just won't quit?
Yeah, so we've actually had a pretty big pivot. So I feel like before COVID happened, almost all of our services were in person. So we always had clients and volunteers coming in and just, interacting with each other and like just building a network together and having that support. Whereas now everything is virtual. So like I said before, all of our services at the moment are virtual, which has been a challenge, but we have an amazing team that's been really innovative in how to counteract those challenges.
Mhm. We've had to get really creative. Really,
Yes,
really
yeah,
creative.
no, definitely.
And in 1 week, all right, we can do this, and the next week, not so much. So, but I imagine that you're seeing an increased need for the services as well, I'm sure.
Yes, yeah. So a lot of women are definitely more in need of career development programs and services and whatnot, more than ever, just because COVID has just impacted women significantly more than men have, and so we try to do everything we can to offer them help.
Mhm. So when people think, oh, this is definitely an entity I really want to dial into, please share lots and lots of ways that people can connect. I mean, I realize a lot of them are going to be virtual, but please, like, this is where we get to hear everything about how we could support Dress for Success Austin.
Yeah, just a couple ways that you could support us. You can always just talk to your companies about sponsoring or volunteering with us. We also have a fundraising event called the Little Black Dress that's coming up later in this year. And then we also just sharing our contacts. We also have like a Amazon wish list. So if you'd like to donate any items for women, feel free to check that out. That's all on our website as well. Yeah, and then just any financial or fiscal donations that help fund our workforce development programs would be greatly appreciated.
Can you be a little more specific about what kinds of things you would like people to donate physically? And I know people always ask me, do you want the little bottles of shampoo?
Yes, we would love the little bottles of shampoo. Any kind of unused makeup, any clothing that you have that is professional wear or professional wear-esque. Any, like if you'd like to donate like unused bras and underwears, even feminine products, whatever you can think of that you would personally need, getting ready for a interview or whatnot is definitely greatly appreciated.
Tell us about the Little Black Dress event.
Yeah, so it's our annual fundraising event. We usually have it in different locations across or around Austin and whatnot. And yeah, it's just a great little moment for us to like all come together and connect and network and, just be able to support the women of our community.
Is there a silent auction?
Yes, there is a silent auction. Yes.
Are you looking for donations for that as well?
Yes, and we actually are selling tickets at the moment, which I believe is also on our website. But yeah, we'd appreciate anyone who can come and help support us.
That's really important. These fundraisers, when you have your annual thing, those are so important just for the support of the whole year. And, obviously COVID has just wreaked havoc on
Yes,
these
yeah.
events.
Yes,
so
yeah.
Even more important to, support, just buy a virtual ticket. Like, who cares, like just
Yeah,
find ways
and
to support.
yeah, and we are definitely still planning or attempting to plan to still have it in person. And yeah, a lot of our funding for the year does come from this event. So it's really crucial for us to be able to have it.
Yeah. Right, because you're directly affecting the lives of women who need special support. Well, all women need support, but
Exactly.
women. But so I would love to just hear maybe some special story about one of your clients that has been particularly moved and helped. We love to hear just kind of a personal story about someone who is thriving.
Yeah, so we have a lot of clients that have come in that have changed their lives for the better just from the support that we've offered. One client in particular, her name is Shilda Fresh. She's actually a client that's being sponsored by a Season for Caring fundraiser. She is an amazing woman. She aspires to be a teacher and provide educational programs for children as well. And she's just an amazing woman and is so driven. And yeah.
And I love that when it becomes a cycle where someone is helped and then they wind up deciding to give back and start a cycle. I feel like I hear that story a lot where people are a client, but then they wind up contributing to the nonprofit or to the program itself. And then it just that's what we want, right? We want everything to grow in that way for sure. So is there anything I haven't asked you about today yet that you would love to share?
Not that I can think of. I feel like we've touched all the bases. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, that's wonderful. I'm encouraging everybody that is watching to share this to your personal page if you feel so moved, because you just may, the right person or anybody may read it and say, that's an interesting one, and I would love to see more about what's going on there. And so please like and share all things Dress for Success Austin, Instagram, Facebook. Go to their website and just play around a little bit, see what's going on and feel inspired. And then, it is January. You are cleaning out your closets. So where are you located physically in Austin for those wonderful physical donations that are coming in from this interview?
Right. So we are located in East Austin, right off of Tillery Street, around Cesar Chavez. At the moment, we actually have paused our clothing donations just because we are a little bit overwhelmed with donations, but
Okay.
any kind of monetary donations is honestly where we could really use the support.
And it takes no gas. So go and go click that donate now link on Dress for Success Austin. Just any little bit helps. I bet you have a sustainer type of donation as well.
Yeah, definitely. And all of our donation links are on our website, which is dressforsuccessaustin.org. And yeah, just feel free to poke around and see if you'd like to support us in any other way. We also offer remote volunteering if that's another way you'd like to support us. So any bit helps.
Yeah, actually, I do want to hear a little bit more about the mentorship program.
Yeah, so our mentorship program is it's called Path to Employment. It's a 6-week program that clients just like follow a curriculum to help them like become career ready. So Amanda, our program manager, and Candy Cantriell Candy Cantriell, our volunteer director, excuse me. They both do an amazing job just matching clients and mentors together. And they just go off and meet at least once a week to just go over anything that they need and just really like hone in on their interview skills and their professional skills. That's
fantastic. That's worth, someone's time and attention to really dial into someone that's forever treasured. I know for sure. That's amazing. So thank you so much for your time today, Hiba. It's just been so great to get to know you, and thank you for all the work you're doing over there. I know that it's just never ending, but I know that you're impacting such an important aspect of what we need just to get women empowered into the workforce.
Yes, definitely. And I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me again. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, it was my pleasure. It was my pleasure. So everybody that's watched today, get your likes out, get your links out. Check out the this interview and all the other ones on the Nonprofit Shoutout interview on my YouTube channel. And I really appreciate you sitting with us today. And we're going to really dial into Dress for Success all month long in January. And then we will be bringing you a new one in February. So thanks everybody for watching. See you next time.